now vulnerable with your 5. So come on up. Your high card is queen, which knocks out the 5. All right, so now we have a king, we have a jack, we have a queen. The jack is now vulnerable. If you can tire the jack, you have a shot. You're drawing 1. Got the joker. You only need 1. You're also on the show. That eliminates the jack. So, yeah, I'm sorry to say. Now, queen is now the vulnerable card. You can tire me a queen. There's still 4 aces in the deck. Get it? Drawing 2. You're very sad. Your high card is an ace. So, hang on to your ace. That knocks out the queen. Yeah, did I get your card back? Okay. So, king is now vulnerable. You have to tire me the king. You get 1 draw to do it. And, got the joker, so you're in. Have a seat anywhere you sound it. You don't sound it. There we go. All right. Then, here we go. Here comes the Pokemon game show from Sausomecon 2017. Take 1. I think you know what to do here.
Very best, like no one ever
I can't tell if you're singing or not because of the pipe and drape. I think we have a member of Team Spark in the front row here. Welcome to the Pokemon Game Show! We are here at Sausomecon in lovely Kansas City, a city that I hold near and dear to my heart, a city that I lived in for several years before traveling a lot further eastward, but it's always a good time to come back to Kansas City. And I'm bringing one of my most popular game shows here to Sausomecon. It's Pokemon Game Show. However, it's been updated for the Alola region, so we have 4 players here, and someone's really ready for it. 4 players who are ready to test their mental and Pokemon trivia knowledge. Starting with our first player, let's welcome Colin to the Pokemon Game Show. And if you would please, Colin, into the microphone, tell our audience what they need to know about you.
I've only played Gens 1 through 3. I'm probably going to fail super hard.
There you go. Best of luck. You'd be surprised what happens in this game, so we'll see what happens. Our second player really doesn't need any introduction, but Gladion is here to try to make sure that we all respect Type Null. Let's welcome Gladion to the Pokemon Game Show. And do we need to know anything more at this point? No. Very good. All right. Best of luck. McKenna's here. Let's welcome McKenna to the Pokemon Game Show. And what would you like them to know about McKenna? Into the mic if you would.
Well, I do a lot of writing, but hey, who knows? I might have to put another journal on Pokemon.
All right. Well, best of luck. And when you're speaking, speak directly into the center there. And finally, Serena is here. Let's welcome Serena to the Pokemon Game Show. Serena has already done a couple of my trivia surveys, for which I thank you, and you did that in order to get your brain churning, get all the Pokemon knowledge. Tell them about yourself.
All I'm going to say is that I can be competitive.
All right. Best of luck to all 4 of our players. Our first game, as you guys can you guys see my monitor okay here? Our first game today is called the Fast Track. I'll explain how it works, but first we need to give someone control of the board. Today on Pokemon Game Show, we have 2 different types of questions. The first type of question, we're going to play Who's That Pokemon? You guys are going to see a silhouette on my board, and as soon as you can recognize the Pokemon, you're going to buzz in. If you're correct, you're going to get control, and the audience is going to help me with that, and you probably know what you're going to have to do in order to help me out with that. The second type of question we have are our Dex entry questions, and the way it's going to work is I'm going to read you clues from a Pokedex entry from a Gen 1, 2, or 3 Pokemon that is in the Alola region, all right? It's okay. So, we're going to start with a Who's That Pokemon. So, fingers on buzzers, get ready to name it, but I can't do this without the audience's help. So, on 3, audience, 1, 2, 3. And Gladion says, Rampardos is who we were after. So well done. Good job. Okay. That means you have control of our board. Here's how this game works. I'm going to open up door number 4 and show you what's there. And there's little Lytton. Isn't he cute? Or she. I don't want to assume it's gender. I will tell you that there is another Lytton directly or diagonally beneath it. So there's another Lytton behind 9, 10, or 11, you see? And then there's another Lytton below that in the same way, and so on and so on. If that's the one you want to start with, you'll start by calling off the number 4, and then you'll tell me where you think the next Lytton is. So long as you're right, you get to keep going. If you make it all the way to the bottom of the board and are correct, you go through to the next round. That is that Pokemon's fast track. So I will close up number 4, and if you'll take that microphone over there and start us off, you don't have to go with 4, you can go anywhere you want.
I think I'll go with 4.
All right, we're starting off with Lytton. So that means there's a Lytton behind 9, 10, or 11. Where do you think?
9.
Number 9, and there we find that you were correct. There's another Lytton there. All right, you're 2/5 of the way there. 14, 15, or 16?
16.
Number 16, and there we find, oh no, it's old Pyukumuku there. So that means you lose your turn on Pyukumuku, but remember where all of those things are. Nothing's going to move around, so fingers on buttons, players, and Gladion and McKenna, please face forward. I'm going to be opening up my 3DS now and reading you a description of a water-type Pokemon. So here we go. Loving couples have a soft spot for this, and Gladion says, Love Disc is what Gladion says, and that is correct. That is who we were after. Well done. All right, so you get to start off again. I have a feeling I know where you're going.
4, please.
Yep, and then,
9.
and then,
14.
all right, let's see if it's there. Yep, all right, and then,
20.
number 20. And then,
27.
27. Are you through to the next round on the second question? You're not. All right, so there is Vulpix. Now the bad news for that is if you don't get control, someone else may have just stolen all of that hard work. Does that sound familiar? All right. We go to a Who's That Pokemon question, so fingers on buzzers, audience on 3. 1, 2, 3. Colin.
Right on.
Right on is incorrect. I throw it up to the other 3. Gladion. Laron is the right answer. Good job. Okay. All right, so let's see. You got a 50-50 chance if your memory's good.
4.
Yep, and?
9.
And?
14.
We know those are all right.
20.
We know that's right. 50-50 chance.
25.
25. Is that where the last little Lytton is lit? It is, and you're through the next round. All right, so we put you all the way through. You can put your button down now because you don't have to do anything else. You're already in round 2. Now, players, look very carefully. I'm going to close and lock the remaining. Now, if you look at the board right now, you can see the last 3 of another chain. You see what I mean there? You can see the last 3 of another chain. So keep that in mind. You still have to figure out where the top 2 are, but you know that this pattern right here is a Pokemon all along itself. So keep that in mind. Fingers on buzzers. We're going to another Dex entry. McKenna, please face forward. This time, players, we are going after another water type. Blending in with the water. What do you have, Serena?
Azumarill.
That's incorrect, so you're out for the rest of this. McKenna and Colin, just for you. Blending in with the water and erasing all signs of its presence, it patiently waits for its prey, fish Pokemon. Players, this is a straight water type. It is a final evolution in its evolutionary chain. Big clue there. It is the Bubble Jet Pokemon. And that's all you get. Now do you know it, Serena? It doesn't matter, but do you know it now? The clue there is a final evolution. Because we're looking for Vaporeon there. So that's why. So keep that in mind. Listen to my wording there. All right, we move on to another Dex entry. Fingers on buzzers. Again, McKenna, please face forward. This time we are after a bug type, and here comes the description. Mushrooms called tochkaso sprout from its back. They can be dried and powdered to make a medicine used to extend life. This is a dual type Pokemon, bug and grass. It is the first Pokemon. Serena was waiting for that clue.
Paras.
Paris is the right answer. Good. Okay, that was the clue you were waiting for, so you didn't get caught in the evolutionary chain. So there you go. Okay, so I've given you some hints. Let's see what you can do with those hints. Serena, start your own fast track.
2.
All right, number 2. And there you go. Where's Rowlet?
7.
Okay, now if Rowlet is behind number 7, you're going to be joining Gladion in the next round. If not, everyone knows the chain. Number 7 is a Rowlet. Go ahead, give me the rest of them.
13.
Yeah.
19.
And
26.
you know that's right. You got the Rowlet chain. You are through the next round. Yep. Gladion says, I like us the 2 cosplayers so far. All right. Now, again, McKenna and Colin, this could go very quickly. We're going to close and lock those doors. And now we know the first 3 of another chain. There's only one possibility, but we don't know what's at the bottom. So keeping that in mind, Colin and McKenna, fingers on buzzers. Audience, on 3. 1, 2, 3. McKenna, Stoutland is the right answer. Good job. Okay. Sorry, not from the first 3 generations, Colin. You may have a self-fulfilling prophecy coming up here. McKenna, do you want to take the easy way?
1.
Yes, you do. Okay, which means we know the next one. Which means we know the next one is.
8.
And then we know the next one is.
15.
Okay, now we know the last one if your memory's good, so you've got a 50-50 chance. Which one?
22.
22. All right. Yes.
27.
And 27, and you've done it. Good job. All right, so there we go. And unfortunately, Colin, you were correct. And Stoutland is the one that did you in there. So we are very sad to see you go, but let's give it up for Colin.
I want to be the best.
Which means that now Gladion, McKenna, and Serena are going to join me in round 2. Unfortunately, Colin, you will not. Thank you very much, sir. Please enjoy the rest of your Sausomecon. All right. Now, we have to do a little bit of rearranging.
Release from my hand the power that's inside.
Here yeah, when player 1 is the one eliminated, I now have to do a lot of shifting. Okay, having fun so far, audience? It doesn't usually, round 1 doesn't usually go that quickly on the fast track. That's when we tend to do on the first round ones, but we've got 3 players here, so let's see how we're doing. Now, I have a feeling, based on your easy identification on Stoutland, that you're more familiar with the later generations. So, unfortunately, the earlier generations might snag you, but if you can do as well as you did on the Who's That Pokemon, because that continues into the next round, we've got a game. All right, so round 2 is the evolution match, players. All right, so don't worry, you're fine. You're fine on this. Okay, we play this for control the same way as we play round 1. So we're going to start with a dex entry. So Gladion, McKenna, please face forward. And this time, players, we are going to go after a fire type. So fingers on buttons. When angered, it spouts brilliant fire from all over its body. It doesn't calm down until its opponent has burned to ash. Players, this is a straight fire type. It is the middle Pokemon in its evolutionary chain. It is the Spitfire Pokemon, and some people might call it the Butt Duck. And Serena says,
Magmar.
is the one we were after on that last clue. Butt Duck is Magmar. Okay. So, Serena, here's how this game works. Now, again, we have pictures of Pokemon hiding behind the 30 numbers. All of the Pokemon in this round are in an evolutionary chain, and all the members of the chain touch, either in side-by-side for a 2-chain, or in an L shape or straight line in a 3-chain, okay? Now, your job is to start anywhere you want, try to find all the Pokemon within that chain. If you do, you'll capture all of them. The first 2 of you to capture 6 will move on to the next round. Now, Serena, I will caution you, something else is hiding on that board and in our audience, so everybody take a look. Yeah, I see you out there. If you happen across Team Skull and you've captured any Pokemon, they'll take one. You know, this doesn't make sense, but yes, they'll take one away. Even from you, Gladion, even from you. Okay. Oh boy, someone's talking about Gladion's mama. I'll have you know, she's appearing tomorrow on Password, so not as your mom, but you know. Okay, Serena, where do you want to start?
3.
Number 3, okay, number 3, and okay, so you have a 1 in 3 chance of finding Munchlax. If you do, you capture both of them. Where do you think Munchlax is? Remember, they're side by side.
9.
Number 9, all right. Is Munchlax there? No, okay. So we've got a Dratini. So remember where you saw both of those. You lose control. And I think we all lost control there a second ago, but we're back. We have our composure now. Okay, we're going to another identification, which I need help from the audience for. On 3, 1, 2, 3. Gladion's in with. I can't accept that as a correct answer. I'll throw it open to Serena.
Luminion.
Luminion is what we wanted. Yep, sorry. It's got to be close enough. That wasn't close enough. So
it's fine.
there you go. Okay, Serena, you can now, we've seen a 3-chain. You can go that way, or you can go for the easier route with the Snorlax. How do you want to play it?
Yeah, I'm going to say 3
All right, 50-50 chance.
and 4.
Number 4, is that where the Munchlax is hiding? No. Right, okay. So you can't steal what's not there. And I love it when that plays and the costumers start dancing. That's great. All right, so all 3 of you now know where you can find 2 easy Pokemon. So unless you have the memory of a Magikarp. You know, I say that, but Magikarps have really good memory because they kick your butt by the time they get to level 20 and remember all of the things. Yeah, okay. Again, Gladion, McKenna, please face forward as we go to our next Dex entry. And this time, players, we're not after you because you're from the new gen. You'll do. Psychic type this time, players. Its unusual body shape, reminiscent of abstract art, led local people to spread rumors that this Pokemon may be an invader from outer space. Now, players, this is a dual-type Pokemon, Water and Psychic. It's the final Pokemon in its evolutionary chain. For some reason, it's the mysterious Pokemon. Misty had one. Audience can tell me. Starmie. Starmie.
That's what I thought.
Yep. All right, again, please face forward. We move on to our next Dex entry. And here we go. Players, this time we are after a normal type. It can convert its body into digital data, which enables it to enter cyberspace. Straight normal type. First Pokemon, Serena.
Porygon.
You were just waiting to find out whether I was going to say first or second there. Good job. Porygon is correct. Go ahead and take your 2.
3
And
2.
And there you go. And you have got on the board. But the audience doesn't care. So they're just waiting for the next rip on Gladion's mom. So there we go.
I don't got nothing.
All right, Serena, you're in the lead. We move on, and it's another visual. So audience, again, on 3, 1, 2, 3. What do you have, Serena?
Swalot.
Swalot is the right answer. Good job. You have control once again. Now, I will tell you, as patterns come off the board, other patterns might start to look tempting. But remember, Team Skull could be anywhere on that board. So you can take a shot for it, or you can go somewhere else. How do you want to play it?
9.
Number 9. All right, we're going for that 3 chain with Dratini.
8.
Number 8. And that's where we find, a Masquerain. Okay, so we've got a 50-50 shot at another mark and a 50-50 shot at continuing on with the Dratini. We do that with a dex entry. So Gladion McKenna, please, once again, face forward. And not you. Not you, I said. I mean, it could be you, but it's not going to be you this time. Okay, here we go, players. This time, we are after a bug type. One solid blow from its horns is enough to split apart a large tree. Gladion says,
Pincer.
that's what horns, if I'd said horn, it would have been something else. So there you go. Good job. How do you want to play it, Gladion? You can tie it up, or you can go for that 3 chain.
1.
Oh, being risky. Okay, let's see. I mean, you've got nothing to lose. Obviously, if it's a Pokemon, you're in great shape. It ain't.
Really, guys? Come on.
Oh, boy. Yeah, another insult towards Gladion's mom has escaped.
Joke's on you. I don't like her.
Has escaped from McKenna here. All right, we will regain our composure. I have a feeling that no matter who wins this game, everybody wins. All right, fingers on buzzers for another ID. Audience on 3. 1, 2, 3. Gladion.
Venomoth.
Venomoth is right. There you go. Okay. Now, where are you going?
7.
Okay, we know what happens if it's a certain one. It is, in fact, and
8.
And there's the Masquerain, which puts you on the board and leaves Team Skull all lonely behind number 1. So there we are. McKenna, you're now in a precarious position because this round will not last forever. If you hear the time's up sound effect 3 times in a row, that means we're running out of time and going to sudden death. So keep that in mind. Gladion, McKenna, please face forward. And I just put it in Japanese. Oh dear. Okay. Here we go. We get Kazuha over here, please. All right, no, here we go. All right. Normal type players. With its astonishing capacity for metamorphosis. Gladion.
Ditto.
That's what we were after. Okay, so you gonna go after that Dratini now, or do you want to go somewhere else?
9.
All right. For commanding lead, where's another evolution?
15.
All right, let's see what's there. Now we just need Dragonite. So it's either going to form an L shape or a straight line. So you've got 4 possible choices.
16.
I love you too. Lauren Landa, ladies and gentlemen. And number 16. Oh no!
I'm done. I'm getting all of them.
You lose 1. Yeah, so you have 1 left, and we're going to assume that they took the Surskits. So we're not going to give them the benefit. Sorry.
They're
But we're
not
not
that
going to give you the
smart.
benefit of the doubt that you got the Masquerain. Okay. All right, audience on 3. 1, 2, 3. Serena.
Noivern.
Noivern is right. Just beat Gladion by a split second. And now you can undo all the work that Gladion did. Helping you out. Where are you going to go?
9.
Number 9.
15.
Getting glared at over here.
21.
Going for the old top and bottom. Let's see if it's there. It is! All right. All 3 of them. Any match now, Serena, and you go through the next round, you also have skull insurance. Because even if they take 1 away, you're still 1 match away from making it through. All right. Here we go. Face forward, please, Gladion and McKenna, as we move on to our next Dex entry. This time, players, we are after oh, let's say a water type again. Those are fun. It lives at the bottom of clear lakes. In times of war, it shows itself, which soothes people's minds and hearts. Players, this is a straight water type. It's the final Pokemon in its evolutionary chain. It's the tender Pokemon. And as a bonus clue, the way it evolves has changed over the years. That's all you get. Serena.
Milotic?
Milotic is what we were after. Yes, good job. All right. So any match at all, Serena, two things happen. You put us through the next round, and you put us into sudden death, because when we have two players left. So let's see what happens.
13.
Number 13. Uh-huh.
19.
It's Rick Ghastly. Let's see what comes up here. There's the Haunter.
I see what you did there.
Uh-huh. Now we need the Gengar.
20.
Number 20 to go through the next round. Is it there? No. Oh, it's Rohypnol. Okay. We move on. All right. So we've learned a lot from the board. So it's anybody's game, and we're not yet in sudden death. We need to find out about our next Pokemon. So audience, if you would, 1, 2, 3. Gladio.
Ariados.
Ariados is the right answer. So there you almost said Gladios. Remember that? So, okay. Where are you going?
13.
Number 13.
19.
Can you return the favor?
25.
25. Did you do it? You did it. You return the favor. So there we go. All right, we close those doors. Now, knowing what we know about a Pokemon from the last round, we have either a very easy chain or someone losing a Pokemon. So keep that in mind as we move on to the next Dex entry. And that sound puts us into sudden death, whether we want to be in there or not. So McKenna, here's what happens. You're still in. But only 3 questions remain, and all of them will be who's that Pokemon. All right? So this will be a free-for-all. 3 questions, all who's that Pokemon. McKenna's got her crying Pikachu out for luck. Here we go. Let's hope you don't wind up being like Pikachu. So, audience, again, who's that Pokemon the rest of the way on 3. 1, 2, 3. And that's Serena.
Politoed.
Is the right answer. Okay, Politoed is right. Now, here's the situation. And it's bad news for you, McKenna, because if Serena gets this match, you have to get the next 2 just to have a chance. All right? So, let's see what happens. Well, no, there's one way. There's one way that that's not true. Anyway, Serena. Yeah.
20.
All right, you're going for it.
26.
Okay, now, it still could be Skull.
Come
Let's
on.
see what happens. Behind number 26,
The only
we
time I really
find...
guaranteed.
No! Now we know the rest of the round. Okay. Question 2 of sudden death. Now here's the situation. McKenna, you could be eliminated after this one by math, so you need to try to get it if you can. Audience, on 3. 1, 2, 3. Serena,
Duosion.
how did you do that?
Black and white was my first game.
So, unfortunately, McKenna, that does eliminate you because there's now no way. Even if she finds a Skull and you find a 3-chain, it still ends the round. So I'm sorry to say, McKenna, you are out of the game, but it looks like you've made a new best friend. So there you go. Give it up for McKenna.
Nobody asked you. That's because I'm left on my own.
So, Gladio, I will ask now for you to move to the far part here so that you don't have to worry about looking at my screen. Serena's already over here because, as you guessed, there were Dex entries all the way for the rest of the game. All right, so I just need to change one name. I need to move Serena. So basically, contestant 2, 3, and 4 is now Serena, but we only have 2 left. So there we are. Okay, we are ready to move into the round that decides who will be facing our champion. But who do you have to face before you face the champion? The Elite Four. This is the Elite Four round. All right. And I'm going to move this a little bit forward now, so you guys, because you'll be reading now off of this. So you guys will be facing the members of the Elite Four one at a time. Your job is to defeat as many of them as you can, hoping that you defeat more of them than your opponent. If that happens, you win the game and the pass to next year, which will make someone's mother in the audience very happy, and will give you the opportunity to face the champion. All right? So, for control of the first Elite Four battle, we go to a dex entry. And this time, for our 2 remaining players, we are looking for another water type, because why not? Here we go. This Pokemon's, hang on, make sure your buzzers are on, okay. This Pokemon's tongue is always hanging out. It uses its tongue with great dexterity to dig up sand from the sea, and Gladion says?
Shelter.
Shelter's who we were after, okay. That gives you the right to face the first Elite Four member. I want everybody, holla! All right, so Holla has 2 Pokemon, Crabominable, which is fighting and ice, Poliwrath, water and fighting. All right, now on the board we have the names of moves. First, you have to find a move that's super effective against Crabominable. Then you have to find a move that's super effective against Poliwrath, in that order. If you do, you defeat Holla and earn credit. Now, right now we know nothing about the board, so I will give you the option. You can go first, or you can have Serena go first. You'll go back and forth until someone successfully defeats Holla. We don't move on to another question until Holla's defeated. So, would you like to go first or second?
I think I'll let her go.
All right, Serena,
Okay.
you're first. We need a move that's super effective against Crabominable.
10.
Number 10. Razor Leaf is not super effective against Crabominable. We go back to Gladion for the next call.
4.
Number 4. Icy Wind is not super effective against Crabominable. We go back to Serena.
21.
21. You miss. Holla is being tricky. Gladion.
1.
Number 1. Psybeam is super effective. Poliwrath.
7.
Okay. Oh, you lucked out. Fly is super effective. It takes an extra turn, but you did defeat Holla. Congratulations. All right, so we credit you with 1, and Holla goes away. And we close and lock both of those doors. All right. For control of the second Elite Four battle, face forward, or just don't look at my screen at this point. And this time, players, we are looking for an ice type. It has a generous habit of sharing its food with people and Pokemon, so it's always scrounging around for more food. This is a dual-type Pokemon, ice and flying. It is the only Pokemon in its evolutionary chain. It is the delivery Pokemon. Gladion
Delibird.
is right. Okay, you were just, yeah,
I don't
okay.
think my buzzer's on because I've been clicking it.
It's not on. That's the problem. Okay. So we're going to throw that out because I forgot to give you the next button. So there we go. I know just from looking, Gladion got in on that first one. So, okay, on the shelter question. We're going to throw out Delibird because I screwed up. Okay. And we're going to move on. It happens every once, twice, 17 times in a while. All right. This time we're looking for an electric type. It has about 3 times the electrical power of For some reason, outbreaks of this Pokemon happen when lots of sunspots appear. Dual type, electric, steel. Middle Pokemon in its evolutionary chain. It's the magnet Pokemon, Serena.
Magneton.
Is what we were after. Okay, you have the option against my favorite. It's Acerola. I just love your reactions. It's like, nah. But that's your reaction to everything. Except Type Null. If Type Null shows up, you're going to go crazy. All right. Acerola has 2 Pokemon, Driftblim, Ghost Flying, Delmise, Ghost Grass. Based on what you've already seen, do you want to go first, or do you want Gladion to go first?
I think I'll let Gladion go first.
All right, how's your memory? Let's see what happens. Driftblim is first.
3.
Number 3, did we see something there? You missed, so apparently not. All right, Serena.
6.
Number 6. Close combat doesn't even touch Driftblim. Gladion.
14.
Number 14. Again, no. Stay away from the fighting moves, but remember where they are. They'll come in handy later.
17.
Serena. 17. You miss. Acerola's being trickier than Hala. Gladion.
9.
Number 9. Number 9. Again with the fighting moves. Serena.
13.
Number 13. No, another miss.
15.
1-5?
Yes.
Number 15. Aerial Ace, not super effective. Back to Serena.
27.
27.
I don't remember any of these.
Psychic, not super effective. Back to Gladion.
2.
Number 2. Yes, Rock Blast, super effective. Delmise. No help from the audience.
3.
Was it 3? I don't think
I don't
so.
remember.
I think you missed. Serena, take us home.
2.
And
27.
number, what's that? 27. 27, I think she knows something. Psychic is not super effective against Delmise. We go back to Gladion.
2.
And
9.
9, was it there? No. We're getting warmer. Serena.
2.
And
15.
15, was it there? There it was, yes, super effective, and you've tied the match. Good job. Acerola is shaking her head as she leaves. All right, we've closed and locked those doors. The match is now tied. Again, a Dex entry for control of the 3rd Elite Four battle. Fingers on buzzers for what is a dark type. This gourmet Pokemon is particular about the taste and freshness of its food. Restaurants where live have a good reputation. This is a dual type, dark and normal. It's the final evolution of this, Serena,
Raticate?
is what we were after. Yes, good job. Okay. The 3rd Pokemon trainer back from the golf course is Kahili. And Kahili has Crobat, Flying Poison, Oricorio Bile style, Flying Fire. Based on what you've seen on the board, do you have enough to go first, or do you want Gladion going first?
I'll have Gladion go first.
Okay, you are first, Gladion Crobat.
10.
What was behind number 10? Razor Leaf is not super effective. To Serena.
22.
22. Rock Tomb is super effective. Oricorio.
Get another miss.
30.
Number 30. Acrobatics is not super effective. We go back to Gladion.
22.
We know that's right.
24.
24. Psyshock, not super effective. Serena,
27.
27. You learned something.
22.
You did it right. You turned them around and you got there and you defeated Kahili. Congratulations. Well done. Yep. You know, I've done this game show about 100 times at this point. You would be stunned at how many contestants don't think to flip things around in order to get there. So, well, that's okay. Also, having a good memory helps, so you know. All right, we close and lock those doors. Serena, you get your second one. Gladion, you must win the next battle in order to force a fateful encounter to decide the game. And it could be you facing you. It's a possibility. All right.
I like that.
That would be amazing. For control of the final battle, players, this time we are after a psychic type. Its brain cells continue to increase in number until its death. The older the the larger its head. Players, this is a straight psychic type. It is the final Serena.
Alakazam.
It's the we were after. Okay, so you get control of the final Elite Four battle, and it's Olivia, and there she is. Olivia has Lycanroc, which is rock and nothing else, and Probopass, steel and rock. Based on your memory, do you want to take a shot, or do you want Gladion going first here?
I'll let Gladion go first.
Okay, so Lycanroc.
6.
6. Now the fighting moves come in handy, that's right. To force a fateful encounter, Probopass.
14.
14. Did you find another one? You did, and you forced the fateful encounter. Finally, the memory works, and Serena was wrong in that. So we are tied, and that means it goes to a fateful encounter. Control, very important as we go on to the buzzers for our final, unless you don't get it, Dex entry of the day. And this time, players, we are after a fighting type. They love to compare their freakish strength, strength enough to send a truck flying with a single slap. Players, this is a straight fighting type. It is the final Pokemon in its evolutionary chain. It is the arm thrust Pokemon. And Gladion says?
Machamp.
It's incorrect, Serena.
I'm just going to go on ahead and say it because I don't know.
Okay.
So-
Audience? Hariyama.
Okay,
We're
yeah,
after.
I
Yeah.
Hariyama,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah, Hariyama. All right. So it wasn't our last one. We get one more. This time, players, we're looking for Steel type. These Pokemon are cherished in the Alola region, where they are thought to be feminine deities of the land incarnate. Dual type, ground and steel. Final Pokemon in its evolutionary chain. It's the mole Pokemon. Bop, zap, ba, doo, up, dooby, dap, ba, doo, up, zap, ba, doo. Yeah, yeah. Bop, zap. But now it's stuck in all your heads. But you can tell me. Doug Trio. Yep. Doug Trio.
It's the hair.
Yeah. So.
Oh, it's the boy band hair. I get it now.
All right. Dark type players. This Pokemon is feared. With its gemstone eyes begin to glow with a sinister shine. And Serena says?
Sableye?
Is right. Okay, so here comes the fateful encounter. Will it be Gladion versus Gladion? No, it's Hal. All right.
Let's just not make it awkward. This is all right.
Okay. Hal has two Pokemon, Decidueye, Grass and Ghost, Primarina, Water and Fairy. First or second?
I'm just going to go on ahead and go first this time.
Okay, Decidueye,
25.
25. Leaf Blade, not super effective. Gladion,
17.
17. What was there? You miss. Break for Serena.
29.
29. Ice Fang, now Primarina for the win.
25.
And you did it, and you got it right, and you are the winner of the Pokemon Game Show. Congratulations. All the way to the end, I have a consolation prize for you. You get to come by my table when I set back up tomorrow or Sunday. Take any pack of Pokemon cards you want that I have there as a way of saying thank you. You are a great contestant, so let's give it up for Gladion. Go take care of Type Null, he needs you right now. But it's Serena who is the big winner for today, and that means that you have won our grand prize, which means that next year, Mom, you only have to pay for one admission to Sausomecon instead of two. So congratulations for that. You've won. However, we have a little bit of unfinished business, and that means you get to be all four players now. because I move you over into the contestant 1 position. You don't use the buzzers for this. You are not yet the champion. You are now going to face our champion. We didn't play this game show last year, which means we have a brand new champion, which happens to be the champion of the Alola region, this is going to be a spoiler alert, guys. But you are going to be, not Gladion, but Serena, you're going to be facing off against Professor Kukui, all right? So, this will be the most chill final battle of all time, I'm sure. The Professor has 3 Pokemon, and you see their silhouettes right there, all right? In the last round, you defeated 3 trainers. To do that, you used 3 theoretical Pokemon, all right? Those Pokemon know every single move on our board. Some of those moves are super effective against Kukuis. If you find one of those moves, it's a 1-hit KO. If you don't, it's a 1 HP of damage, all right? All of Kukui's Pokemon have 4 HP. So you can do it the easy way or the hard way, but I will tell you, there are also 7 squares up there that say KO, and that represents the Professor knocking out one of your theoretical Pokemon. If you can defeat all of Professor Kukui's Pokemon before he defeats yours, you become the champion of Sausomecon, and next year, which I know you'll be here, if I'm here, and Pokemon Game Show is, which if we have a champion, it definitely will be, you will send me a trainer sprite, which I'll put in the software. You pick any 3 Pokemon you want, except for Electric, because he has no weaknesses. And whoever plays this game next year will be literally trying to defeat you as the champion, all right? You've already won the prize. Now we're playing for the posterity. Let's kick it up a notch. All right, the first Pokemon is Magnezone. Best of luck. Any number you want.
3.
Number 3. Volt Tackle, not super effective. 1 HP of damage. Continue.
11.
Number 11. Razor Leaf, not super effective. 1 HP of damage. Continue.
18.
Number 18. Brick Break, super effective! 1 down, 2 to go. Let's build up the drama a little bit. You see the silhouette. Now we get to reveal his second Pokemon, Incineroar. Best of luck.
14.
14. KO. Oh, all right. There goes one of your Pokemon. Continue.
23.
23. Wing attack, not super effective. Continue.
10.
Number 10. Uh-oh. Serena, you are down to your last Pokemon. Make it a good one.
4.
Number 4. Oh, no. Oh, I'm sorry you have been defeated by Professor Kukui. Oh, the rotten professor put stuff together this time around. So I'm sad to say you are not the champion of Sausomecon, but you did still win, which means you're still going to have free admission to next year. And if you make it back up here again through the random draw, you can give it another go. So Serena, give it up for her. Now, let me show you the rest of the board so you can see where the super effective moves were and where the other KOs were. The KOs, as you see, were all clumped together, but the right-hand side had all the moves that would have been good against Incineroar, and then we had the 2 fighting moves, the Brick Break and the Aura Sphere, which you used one of them already, so it would have been difficult, but there you go, that's the way our board looked. But you were a fantastic contestant. Again, you did win, so we have that for you, and hopefully next year, if you make it your way up here again, and if I make it up my way up here again, we'll get you there. So once again, our winner, Serena, give it up for her. I'm closing up for today, but following me up on the stage as soon as they get up is the very lovely and talented Kazuha, who will be performing for you. Tomorrow I have 2 game shows for you. The first one is at 2 o'clock on this stage. It's Password. It requires a tryout. That tryout is at 1 o'clock. If you want to be on the show, you need to be here at 1 o'clock. So until tomorrow, my name is Greggo, and I thank you very much for coming to Pokemon Game Show. Bye for now.
very best.